Welcome to the podcast, where you better tune in. You can see the picture, all you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave, it's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gon' win. If they take your loss, they gon' hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes, he a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. I cross you over like when they had AI. I still the ball, I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they can back. I ain't gotta try. Maxie for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time, B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry, I live by the gun. I'ma shoot, I don't wanna die to eat, sleep Sixes. You should know that it's game time.
Avanto, this shit wavy.
Welcome back to ECU Sixers. I am BG. I got my dog 215, the sports guy, with me as always. And we got Lauren Fan of the Year joining us once again. And we have the Washington Wizards on the road today. I could have went to the game, y'all. I looked at tickets like 5 minutes ago, and I was like, you know what? I should just go. I could get some cheap tickets to go see the Wizards, but I decided to be right here with y'all to do pregame. And we got an issue, y'all. We had a little conversation before pregame. There was a lot of stuff in the media and Twitter today that looked real, and me and Carl jumped out the window and said he's sick of this shit. Like it was getting kind of annoying. It was looking like Joel Embiid wasn't gonna play, and then right before pregame, doing a little research, it looks like he was playing. And I was like, Carl, you got duped. It's an April Fool's joke, but.
He made me think I got duped. I went through a whole thing. No, they're gonna hear that part, BG. Go ahead.
But maybe Carl wasn't duped.
What?
Carl wasn't duped, Lauren.
Oh, we got duped.
We got duped. He isn't playing. This was true. This wasn't an April Fool's joke, unless they're keeping the April Fool's joke going and putting out a fake starting lineup. But I don't think they would do that. It looks like Joel isn't playing tonight, man. How you feeling about that, Carl? I know you got a lot to say about this if this is truly a fact, but it looks like it's a fact. This is the official starting lineup that they put out on the Sixers Twitter page.
BJ, can you do me a favor? Can you get these brothers off the screen real quick? I want these people to hear me clear.
I apologize.
That's all right. I've been a Sixer fan all my life, man. And Sixer fan all my life. And thank you. And one thing that, has driven this city and this team, it's his heart and his teams. The Joel situation, the Sixers organization situation is a real bad look, for Philadelphia. After Joel sitting out so many games, this team losing in a very important game last game, you get adequate rest. What reasoning do you have to sit him tonight when we're ramping up for the playoffs? Right. What sign are you showing the younger players on the team? What are you showing these guys? Like, as an organization, it's a problem. Joel clearly wanted to play today. He put it out on Twitter.
Right.
That's clearly wanted to play. He was playing along. That's what made me think he was playing along with some elaborate April Fool's joke. Like, oh, the Sixers sitting Joel again. Let's get the Sixers fan mad. Let's make them even more mad and show that Embiid want to play. That's why I thought maybe it was legit April Fool's joke, but the lineup is out.
Hey, Zach, I don't care if it was the William Penn Huskies on Broad Street. We're ramping up for the playoffs. We have to stop playing down to our competition. We need to be dominating teams and playing at a certain tier going into the playoffs.
But don't you
pull these guys out like that.
Don't you also think getting ready for the playoffs means adequate rest for our big man? And listen, hear me out. Do you honestly believe that we need Joel Embiid tonight to beat the 14th seed Washington Wizards? Like, seriously.
I'm gonna answer it with this.
He can rest tonight, and I'm okay with it.
We need Joel Embiid to win a championship.
Right.
right?
And he gets that
And
by having rest.
he just had 15 games off, clear rest. He's
Mhm.
well rested, Lauren. Trust me. So, as an organization, I don't care of the level of team we were playing, if this
Mhm.
was a scheduled W or not,
Mhm.
just off the fact that you just lost a very important
That's true.
game and momentum is down from that loss naturally. You put him out there, man. He's your best player. Nah, he's already missed too many games to injury. Games he can play, he need to be out there. Period. Period. I'm sorry.
What if it's
Very emotional.
interval playing? Like he plays so many games, he rests. Plays so many games, rest. And it just so happened that the rest falls on a game tonight where we don't need him.
Well, that would be correct if the pattern you were speaking about was actually correct, because
Mhm.
he didn't play for a large gap, and then he
That's
played
true.
a little bit. Now
Right.
he's sitting again. So
Right. But when he came back, what kind of numbers was he putting up? So he's effective. So do you want quality or do you want quantity from Joel
I,
Embiid?
I want a championship, and I
And
want
I
a good
think you get
playoff.
that from the quality of his play, not the number of games that he's playing, but the quality of games, the
Understood.
quality of play that he has in the games that he do play, I
Understood.
think is more important.
Understood. And I respect your opinion, sis. But my personal
I
opinion
get
that
it.
my personal opinion is that playing him would not have hurt anything tonight. It would have helped everything towards the goal that we're trying to get to.
And
Is
to
all.
build the chemistry, just having the guys
Build
out
the
there getting used
chemistry.
to,
You
okay,
got
I get
young
that.
DJ Edgecombe out there. You
Okay.
got young Tyrese Maxey. These are young guys that are looking up towards him, believe it or not. Games that he wants to play, clearly, you let him
Hmm.
play, man. That's bullshit by the organization. Excuse my friend.
Hmm.
BG, you're mighty quiet. You're mighty
Yeah.
quiet. What's going on in your mind?
I'm actually hoping and leaning into the fact that this is still a good April Fool's joke, and he's gonna come out the locker room, and he's gonna start. I'm saying this is just a very elaborate April Fool's joke, and he's
I
gonna
can
play.
see that.
That's what I'm gonna lean into until I'm wrong, and I'll be wrong in about 20 minutes. We'll find out for sure. But everything is pointing to it looking like he's not playing, and it really makes my stomach hurt, Carl. I'm on your side of this one simply because I believed when Lauren got me to come off the ledge. Lauren told me,
Mm-hmm.
"Don't worry,
She pulled you
BG.
off.
The
She pulled
guys will
you
be
off.
back. The guys will be back." And
That's
I get it.
yeah.
We don't need Joel Embiid to beat the Washington Wizards. Hopefully, we don't
Right.
need him to
Oh
beat the
God.
Washington Wizards.
Nah,
Yeah.
But
that's not the thing.
but I do realize. Remember, what my biggest concern was? Well, with it only being 10 games left, when everybody is back, how much cohesion are we going to have compared to those teams that have been playing together all year, pretty much at full strength? That's my biggest issue.
Yo,
So yeah,
Francis.
if we beat Washington by 30 today without Joel Embiid, am I going to come
Yeah.
on post game and say, "See, we didn't need Embiid, we're fine"? I don't know, because I also realize that every second that Embiid misses, yes, it may be getting confidence to other guys, but it's making people get confidence that they not even gonna be able to utilize in the playoffs half the time. We need him with the team. He gotta play, dog.
This is
He
this
gotta
is
play.
practice for me. This is practice for the playoffs.
Hmm.
Same way he had an 8-man rotation last game, 8 to 9. He would have it tonight. Get them ready. Get them in the
He
gist
playing.
of what's going to be
He playing.
going on.
I I
It's
I
And
I believe it. He's playing, y'all. This is a game. He's going back to when we loved him the most. And one thing about Philadelphia, when we loved Joel Embiid the most, when we had very little hatred towards him, was when he
yeah,
was being the biggest troll in the NBA. So I'm
that's
convinced he's
true.
trolling tonight and he playing.
And
I'm
you know
convinced.
what?
I want to
I would
believe it.
I would be okay if even like if Embiid played and they just sat him like after like he played 3 quarters or something like that, and they sat him for the 4 quarters. So I do get where y'all coming from. That it's good just to have him out there getting in the rhythm of playing back-to-back games going to the stretch of the playoffs. So
Yeah.
he can still play and not necessarily put in a full 48 minutes tonight.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because the starting lineup is out, that's why I'm leaning into the fact that this has to be an elaborate April Fool's joke. Like
right.
I'm believing in my heart until tip off. I'm believing in my heart that Joel Embiid, the Sixers organization, and whoever's running the Sixers Twitter page is doing the same thing that they've been doing. Troll. And this is
I'm
an
going to be
elaborate
honest.
troll. That's all
I'm
this
going to
is,
be
an
honest.
elaborate
I'm
troll.
going to
He's
be
playing.
honest. If it is a troll, I don't know if I'll be even more angry in. I think because you don't fuck around like that.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
You don't play like that, man.
Yeah.
You've been through too much.
Yep.
This pissed me off.
Lauren, what I tell him before we went live, the thing that makes a good April Fool's joke is that it can be believable. This is so believable.
Yes.
And it could raise all Sixers fans' blood pressure.
Yep.
I would do this if I was
has.
the Sixers. I'm not gonna lie. I would do an elaborate April Fool's joke. I'm praying that this is an elaborate April Fool's joke, y'all. I'm sticking with that. It's a joke. It's a joke. He's playing.
With that being said, we done talked about this. Well, I want to know with what they showed us, given that it's not a joke, with this starting lineup out there, what would be your key to victory, Lauren, tonight versus these Wizards?
The key to victory tonight is not to play down to the competition. We are obviously the better team, especially at this stretch of the season. We should be playing as if we're in a playoff game. I don't care if it is the Washington Wizards. So I'm not even going to be satisfied with a 5-point win. I want to blow the Washington Wizards out tonight.
Absolutely. Be Jizzle.
I'm gonna say protecting the ball. One thing about playing against what people would deem lesser opponents is basketball can get a little sloppy. So I don't want us to have sloppy basketball just because we're playing what is considered a lesser opponent. So I'm gonna say taking care of the ball, man. Don't have one of them games where we got 18, 19 turnovers. For what? Why? Let's just go out there and kick their ass and get out of DC unscathed.
Transition defense. Although that this is a lower tier team than us, they young. They run the floor up and down. You know, I want our guys to run with them. So transition defense. That's what I'm looking for tonight.
Just a quick update real quick, guys. We are in still, I feel like we've been saying this for at least a week straight. Win or lose, we've been sitting solidly in that 7 slot. We moved up to 6 in the middle of a night once, but then after another game was over, we've moved back down to 7. So we are still locked in right now at that 7 slot, a full game behind Toronto, a game and a half behind Atlanta at 5. My prediction was the 5 seed, but I don't know now. I honestly don't know. We got to win this game tonight. Good thing is Atlanta is playing Orlando. Atlanta being a game and a half above us, and Atlanta being a game behind us. So this is a game where we definitely should win. We need to win, and we also we kind of will be rooting for Atlanta to beat Orlando, because if we do lose and Orlando somehow finds a way to beat Atlanta, that will be a full game. Then we will be tied with Orlando in that 7th spot, not a full game lead on them. So we need Atlanta. Although we've been praying for Atlanta to lose because we're behind them, we kind of we
need them to win.
Actually, we need Orlando to win if we win. If we lose, we need Atlanta to win. It's weird. It's weird.
It's very weird. It's very.
That's why I
weird.
love this time of the year.
Is Toronto playing? Toronto is playing Sacramento same time as us.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry. They played them at 8. So I will say right after our game, during post game, we'll know more interesting news about the Toronto Raptors seeding thus far. So we'll know a little bit come post game with Atlanta, Toronto, us, and Orlando all in the mix right now. So we'll have some more news for y'all at post game, whether we move up or down in the playoff standings.
Yo, I'm looking to see them grow bonus game a little bit more. Given that he is starting tonight, I want to see him catch some lobs, man. He's a very athletic guy. Many big men have made careers, catching lobs. I want to see them use him in that action, get him some good runs to the basket. This is talking about gearing towards the playoffs as well. When he's out there, I don't want him to be an offensive liability. Just there, setting picks, rolling, and nobody's following because you ain't going to do nothing. So I definitely want to see him grow his game a little bit more offensively if he's going to be out there. Something I'm interested in. I like the kid.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the kid. But he's definitely still raw. especially to getting heavy minutes. So tonight we'll see what's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
We'll
weird
lead
that
the
Drum.
season.
What's up
Go
with
ahead.
Drum? It's kind of weird that Drum's not starting to y'all.
No, it's not weird.
No,
Where Drummond been
not
at for the
really.
last 2 weeks, Carl?
Right.
He ain't been around. Like, he been on the bench, but we ain't
Mm-hmm.
been using him. The last 2 weeks, Drummond been chilling. He
Yep.
been chilling.
It seemed like we use him when Embiid would sit though this season, and he's not being used when Embiid is sitting right now.
The only thing I could think of is they don't expect Embiid to sit in the playoffs, so they want to play the guys they're going to play in the playoffs, and they're not going to play Drummond much in the playoffs. They're probably going to lean more to a Dembona with his athleticism and ability to run the floor.
Yep.
So that's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing
I
that
can
makes
see
sense.
that.
I'm not sure what's going on with Drummond other than that. That's the only thing I can come up with at this time of year. You go with the guys that you're going to be utilizing. Even when guys are out the lineup, you still go with the guys you're going to be utilizing in the playoffs because, as you just said, Carl, how important it is for us to get that cohesion during the playoffs. We're not trying to figure out who can give us something, who can do this, who can do that.
Mhm.
It's April now, ladies and gentlemen. It's April, and we need to know who we are. We need to know what we're doing going into these playoffs. There's no more figuring out this roster. Nick Nurse, your figure out stage is over.
It's
Not the
done.
show.
It's done.
It's actually been over because of the hole we put ourselves into.
Yeah.
If we were a 4 or 5 seed right now, if we were a 2, 3 seed right now, maybe we could tinker with certain things to see what we like in the playoffs. But right now, we got to go with what we think we're definitely going to be going with come play in / playoff time.
Bottom line, and that's a little weird because this team, with 7 games now to go, we still don't have an identity.
Mm.
We got a lot of identities. We just don't have a security identity.
A defined one.
We got a lot of identities. We just which one are we going to use today? And are the players going to know what that identity is on that given day? Is the coach going to know what that identity is on that given day? That's the issue. We aren't a bad basketball team. It's just we are a different basketball team Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's going to be a different Sixers team that you see every time. Only thing that hasn't changed, in my opinion, Carl, I still, what are we, 76, 75 games into the season, and I still can't think of a game where I said Nick Nurse was the best coach on the floor.
Not one.
Games
Not one.
All that identity shit go out the window when I can't pick out a win where Nick Nurse won it for us. I could pick out a game when Nick Nurse won it for us. I could pick out a game when VJ Edgecombe won it for us. I could pick out a game when Joel Embiid won it for us. Hell, even a guy like Dominic Barlow has a game where he can say, I was the deciding factor. At what point is our coach going to be the reason we win a game, man? It's time for him. It's time now. And if it don't happen, I'm sorry. If Nick Nurse come back next year, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand in front of this camera, Carl. If we don't win a championship and Nick Nurse is back on the sideline, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand in front of this camera. I don't know.
Listen, last game was it for me. That was it. Melted down in the crunch time. Completely melt down.
And no answer for it. Yep.
At all.
I know.
You know what? The frustrating part, Lauren, is they did have an answer and they went away from it and he melted down and he didn't correct it. As a coach, kept PG out the whole fourth quarter.
My biggest issue other than Nick Nurse with that Miami loss is the fact that the things that I don't like about the big fella, he makes it easy for other teams. I get it, they're playing a 2-3, but once that 2-3 happens and you do get the ball at the free throw line, if you look down and it's Tyler Hero or it's Mitchell, that's the man in front of you, stop bailing that zone out by trying to bait foul and do the sweep through because the guard is low and you can get your hand up under theirs and get a foul. Stop. You're bailing them out by shooting a jump shot right there. I get it. You're 7 foot tall. If it's a 6'3" guard in front of you, you feel like you can raise up over them with no contest. But you also could put your back to the basket and make the zone have to make a decision. Instead of them being able to just stand there, see you kind of ISOing against a zone and then taking a bailout jump shot. I hate that about Joel Embiid. I love that he has I love that his midi is second to none. There's a lot of people that's good, but I love his mid-range. But I hate that he bails everybody out by shooting mid-ranges all game long.
You know, I think getting that call, and we're about to go right into our over-unders. We're running a little bit over. But getting that call so much for Joel has kind of spoiled him.
Yep.
to the point where he will try to do that because, oh yeah, I get that call. No,
I
you're
know.
not going to get
And
that call.
nope.
You're not.
Mm-hmm.
Over
I
under
know what
time.
time.
And now for BG's over and under.
Hey, man, guys that came back. One of the guys that came back, favorite guys that came back, Lauren told me, don't
PG,
worry.
Mike.
I can't hear you,
Go,
BG.
PG gonna be back. That's what y'all told me, right? PG gonna be back. Lauren, PG came back in a hell of a way. In all of the games that he's been back, he's made over 4 3-pointers.
Oh wow.
4 3-pointers in every game so far. So you know
Yeah.
what? We keep that number right there. We keeping that number right at 4. 3.5 3-pointers made for Paul George.
I'm going over.
I'll take the over. I think he's scorching hot.
Yep, I think so too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Paul George was shooting a whole lot of jumpers while he was sitting down for the 25 games because that jump shot is looking really good right now. So I'm gonna go with the over. I'm gonna ride the hot hand. Paul George has definitely been a bright spot, a bright addition to us going into the playoff hunt. Up next, man, I got a guy. Hold on, let me see something right quick. Let me just make sure I'm not. As a guy I'm not happy with, Carl. This is not somebody that I'm happy with. I'm actually been very, 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 very disappointed in the production that this guy has been giving us. So I'm not going to ask him for a bunch of points tonight. I'm just going to ask you that going into the playoffs, can you be that guy that rebounds the ball in the starting lineup, block shots in the starting lineup? But I'm going with rebounds tonight for Dominic Barlow because the offense just hasn't been there. So let's see if you can affect the game in other ways. 7.5 rebounds for Dominic Barlow tonight.
I don't believe him, man. He got to show me because I thought that was his identity early in the year. Now I'm starting to think you're this guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're this guy, I don't think you get a lot of playing time. But go ahead, carry on.
It ain't even a playing time. He just don't do nothing with the playing time.
Don't do nothing.
He be having minutes, and then you look at his box score. You look at the box score like, damn, Barlow, you just here? You just out there?
And you're not being an elite defender. That early in the year.
We done had some guys that came to Philadelphia and just did cardio. Danny Green, PJ Tucker. We don't need you just here for cardio, Dominic Barlow.
Right.
But I'm cardio.
Remember, we went through the cardiac kids, the PJ Tuckers of the world. We just was happy that he was out there. And then you look at the box score like, damn, he got 0.
I know.
That man played the whole game at 0.
Right.
So I haven't been happy with him. So prove me wrong, Dominic Barlow. I'm gonna take the under as well. Lauren, what you got?
I think he's going to tonight is going to be his breakout. Woo. So on a team against the Wizards. So I'm gonna take the over.
That sounded
I like
bold.
it. I can see it happening. If anybody, it would be against a team like this.
Exactly. If you can't do it against the Wizards, he can't do it.
What you doing?
These are the games. To Lauren's point earlier, do we really need Joel for the Washington Wizards? Well, then I say to myself, well, it's the Washington Wizards. So you know what? Everybody should do more than what they usually do.
Exactly.
Every single player on our team should have more. One, you're missing Embiid. So that's 30 points, 8.5 rebounds, maybe a block and a half, a lot of shots to go up, a lot of touches. So everybody's touches is going to go up. So everybody across the board should have a better game. Everybody.
Absolutely.
To include you, Mr. Barlow, to include you. So I'm not mad at you taking the over on that one, Lauren. Up next, last but not least, man, my two guys on the bench, man, two very important players on this team. I get it. We got Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, Joel Embiid. I get it. We got stars, but we got two guys that have to star in their role as 6th and 7th man in order for us to compete for a championship. We are not. I repeat, we are not going to compete for a championship by having the best starting lineup in the league. We're going to have some production off the bench. I'm throwing that number all the way through the sky, y'all. No Joel Embiid. The number originally when Joel Embiid was going to play was only 24.5. But now that number is going to 29.5. I'm going crazy tonight, Carl. 29.5, and I'm not giving you all the bench. I'm only giving you Kelly Oubre and Quentin Grimes to combine for 30 off the bench. 29.5 for the two guys off the bench. What you think?
You know what? One thing for sure, two things for certain. Oubre doesn't start games, but he finishes them.
Yeah.
He's in there in that fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take the over. I'll take the over.
That's a tough over. It's a tough over, but I think it's a very doable over.
I think so too.
A lot of touches for him tonight. He loves when Joel doesn't play.
I agree.
He loves it. What?
Yep.
He's back
if I had to pick one player who really don't like Joel Embiid on the Sixers, I think it would be Kelly.
It's definitely Kelly Oubre.
I'm not putting that out there. BG is not saying it's turmoil in the locker room. But if I had to pick one player who, if they say, all right, everybody put on the blindfold and then everybody can smack the shit out of any player you want, most players would say, I don't want to hit anybody. Kelly Oubre would be like, yo, I want to hit Embiid one time. Just one time.
You know. But, I think Oubre has a past of some losing teams he was on. He was he was the alpha, and he garnered that type of personality, and he carries that with him. And I think that's great for us. It's going to be certain lineups where he's going to be needing to carry the load and do what he does off that bench. So I'm glad he's off the bench again.
Can I call off of work real quick before we go bold?
Go ahead.
Carl, I got offered to go see Ant and them on Friday versus the Sixers.
Oh, did you?
I'm driving back. I'm coming back to the city. I got free tickets, so I can't not go. Is that cool? Can I not be here Friday?
I got to ask management, right?
Please, just see what they talk about.
Yeah.
I figured if I do it live, I can't get cursed out.
Yeah. Again. Yeah.
It's Ant and them. It's Ant and them. Tell him it's Ant. Hey, tell him it's Ant and them.
He's saying it's Ant and them. Yeah. I said that too, right? They're saying that you don't have any more PTO. And, if you're going to go, then go. It's on
you know what? I quit.
And you know what? It's okay. Because BG going to stay anyway. He's a lifer. And, you guys are lifers, and we appreciate your energy, your love, your passion for our team. Let's get bold right now. I'm going to go bold. Quentin Grimes is going to shoot that thing tonight. He's going to make 6 threes or more. 6 threes or more for Quentin Grimes. He love it when we play the bad team. He love it.
Yeah.
He love it.
Yeah.
What you got for me, Lauren?
All right. He kind of stole my thunder because I was leaning towards that way.
You can have a Grimes.
No. I'm gonna go bolder with a little combination of what you said. I'm gonna say between Quentin Grimes and Campaign, they're going to have a dozen threes tonight.
Ooh. That means Cam gonna have Cam gonna have to have a game like he had the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So between the two,
I like that.
we got 12 threes.
That means we shooting that thing tonight. That's what that means.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Since his return, man, this guy has been flirting with it. He's been giving us the numbers without question in the points category. He's been rebounding the ball, but not quite double figures. He's been assisting quite often, not quite double figures. I seen it, Carl.
I hope you did. I was just making sure you saw it. I brought it from here to there, here to here.
I'm going Paul George with a triple double tonight. Is that cool with y'all? Because he hasn't had one. He ain't had one. He ain't had one. Carl, you be telling me stuff not bold, and it hasn't happened.
No, but
like if it hasn't happened,
that sounds so blah. A triple double. What?
It won't be a Ben Simmons one. I think it'll be a big boy, like in the 20s. I ain't saying he
okay.
won't have
Okay. A 20-point triple double.
20-point triple double.
We'll go with that.
Triple double.
We'll go
okay,
with
that's bold.
I like that.
I don't want you to think I was thinking like 13, 11, and 11.
That's what I thought.
No.
That doesn't move the needle for me.
I mean, around these parts, when we had triple double.
Well, think about it. I took the over on his 3-pointers, so that's at least 12 right there. That's at least 12 right there.
Absolutely. Eric makes a good point from YouTube. He said this is why the defense is all screwed up as well. And I would have to think that he's alluding to the fact of MB in and out the lineup. You're and PG in and out the lineup. You're breaking continuity. It's stuff like that, Lauren. Exactly why I wanted to play them tonight. But look up top. You'll see we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So tell a friend to tell a friend. If you didn't understand that in English, BG gonna tell you in Spanish.
No te olvides decirle a un amigo que le digo un amigo que le digo una amiga. We get no wepa, we get no basura, but hopefully after this game we get no wepa. Don't forget to come right back here for post game to chop it up with us. Like I said, there's a lot going on in the NBA today. that matters to the Sixers. So make
Big
sure you
night.
come right back here for post game so we can talk about where we falling in this playoff hunt, man. Hopefully we can jump up from that 7th slot at some point and get above that line so we don't got to play a play-in game, man. You already know what it is. This is East Sleep Sixers. Thank you again, Lauren Fan for Life, 215 The Sports Guy, and I am BG, and we are out. Peace.